Hi, friends, and welcome. This is day 11 of my 40-day challenge of bringing insights to you. And so, this message is for someone who has been going through massive growth and expansion. They have shed that old version of themselves and they're really stepping into this newest version. And so, what I was receiving was this main overlying message, which was protect your peace. And so, what I wanted to share was a few things um, that will really explain what that means and will help to support you as you are stepping into this newest version of yourself. So, when we are stepping into this new version and we are expanding at such a rapid pace and accelerated rate, our physical body, our nervous system is not quite caught up yet. And so we can be feeling discomfort in our body. We can be feeling some pressure in our chest. We can be feeling uncomfortable as we are expanding our capacity and growing. And often even our external environment has not yet caught up to this new growth and expansion. So if we're expanding in our business as well, that means that perhaps we don't have the systems and structures and support in place yet to support that increased capacity of service. So recognizing that there is sort of this in-between stage, and during this in-between stage, it's really important to consider taking a step back and pausing and reassessing your boundaries, setting up healthy boundaries to actually support and nourish yourself so that you can continue to show up and expand into this full version of yourself. So, as your nervous system is catching up, it's going to become really, really critical, important that you always, always really look at your self care and not sacrifice any of that. And so, for myself in my own process, I recognize, right, as growth and expansion is happening, that things can feel sometimes even overwhelming, that you have all of these new opportunities, you have all of these all of these new things coming at you, and people asking you for things, and people wanting to spend time with you and receive your services. And sometimes that can feel overwhelming, and we can begin to slowly kind of give our extra energy and attention, our extra time away to those things. And what I was receiving about protect your peace is that we need to take a pause and to take a step back and to recognize that if we don't nourish ourselves, if we don't really keep our energy tight and pull back all of our energy and our power and recognize the things that we need for nourishing ourselves, such as moving our body, perhaps meditation, making sure that we have great nutrition, make sure that we're drinking clean water, making sure that we are really filling our cup. Maybe that means getting out in nature. Whatever that means to you, it's really important to reassess that self-care practice and to really protect it, because when we protect that, we are going to be coming to service with absolute full presence. All the things that we have committed to, these new opportunities, all the ways that we are showing up will be in full presence, instead of feeling like we are somehow now having sacrifice. We are in a place of depletion or exhaustion. And this is what happens when we move away from protecting our peace, when we move away from really recognizing that we need to come back to our core, we need to come back to our center, we need to commune with the divine, we need to commune with our higher self, we need to commune with our I am presence. We need to really protect that, because that is what is going to allow us to be in balance and to be in complete harmony. And the second thing that I was receiving about protect your peace is communication. And so as we're stepping into this newest version of ourselves, we need to become even more clear in communicating our needs to others and letting them know what we need in terms of support, and making sure that we are actually asking for that assistance and that support, or that we are delegating tasks and things that can be done by others, and recognizing that this is part of this growth and expansion, and also communicating the answer no. When we feel that we are not going to be able to deliver on something, it's really important to say no to things. Because when we say yes, when we really want to say no, that means that we're out of alignment. And what will end up happening is we will end up feeling resentment, or we will feel agitated, or we will feel annoyed because now we are doing something that we don't want to do, right? And we are extending our capacity beyond what we are capable of. And so saying no and not people pleasing is really, really important. It's really important to be super clear on that. And the third thing is to really recognize that you showing up as your very best version, being fully present, means that it's your responsibility. You must take radical responsibility for all the areas in your life, and really taking a refined laser lens and looking at all of the things that you have committed to, and recognizing that some of those things can go on the back burner and some of those things can be in the forefront, and narrowing those things down to maybe 3 maximum top things that you're going to be focused on, and really protecting your peace in that way, and recognizing that there is a season for everything. There is a time for everything. And so time is truly infinite. We are these infinite beings having this human experience, and we will have so many opportunities to experience many opportunities, many experiences. And so we don't need to stretch ourselves so much that we cannot show up with full presence and peace, and be able to have each experience with complete joy and fulfillment. When I reflect on the newest version of myself, one of the most important attributes or qualities of her is that she shows up with full presence. She shows up with full grace, and she moves from each experience really gracefully and really gently. And there is no forcing, there is no fighting, there is no trying to make things happen. It is all about being in alignment first. And so recognizing that protecting your peace is being in alignment and coherence with your higher self. And so the very last thing I wanted to point out is being in alignment means to ask these questions to yourself. Is what I am thinking in alignment with what I am saying? Is that in alignment with what I am feeling? And is it in alignment with the actions I am taking? So that's a really great way to ensure that you are in alignment, and that everything is, aligned from your thoughts to your words, to your feelings, to your actions. And if they're not, that means that you're out of alignment, and it's time to take a step back and to reassess those boundaries, to set up those healthy boundaries, to look at your communication, to look at what you need to put on the back burner or say no to, and to really assess your self-care and nourish your soul. So thank you for joining me today. If you like my content, please subscribe or share with someone that you feel would benefit from this. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.